Oh, there we go. Ah! I don't know what I was expecting, and I should have expected to see trees and you in the wild.
Yeah, and palms. Have I got some palms in the back there? Yes, I do.
Where are you shooting, by the way?
Yeah, listen, that's a good question because we are shooting local this season for obvious reasons. We decided to keep it local. We've come to the wild coast, and it is absolutely wild. From the weather to the wind to the water, it is wild, and then crazy creatures here as well.
I was going to say creatures, yeah.
What about you guys?
Also, I mean, due to COVID, we've been very limited as to where we can go. I mean, no overseas trips, very limited flights, and we've shot in really only kind of 2 locations, and kept the dates around those locations due to we've kept a metaphorical bubble, you know.
Yep, same here.
Yeah, so that bubble's obviously been integral in maintaining no infection rate. So we've had to keep our dates very local. And now when we're down to our final 2, we're in the beautiful city of Knysna.
Oh, come on, that's lovely.
The forests, wow. And we're at Pazula actually.
And come on. No wonder you've got that look on your face.
And and it's absolutely gorgeous. I mean, today the weather's beautiful. I mean, look, right now I'm looking over, hold on a second. Let me see if I can do this. Right now, I don't know if I can, I'm looking over the Knysna Lagoon.
Poor man. It's so tough for you there. I can see the pain, man. I can see the pain in your eyes of having to endure that on a daily basis.
It's so horrible.
Yeah. Well, let me see if I can flip my screen quickly just to show you where I'm at, because your view is incredible. Okay, this is, there we go. That's me.
I don't actually. I don't know what I was expecting. Actually, I think I was expecting. I don't know, but
you know, like I said, wild coast. I'm surrounded by it. Yeah, I've got to keep looking down. Make sure there are no snakes crawling up on me. We've got some interesting critters here, and I'm not talking about the cast.
Yes. Yeah, we've definitely got interesting critters here, and I am talking about the cast. But yeah, it's
I almost fell over. I'm good. I'm good.
So I think when we're discussing our shows, I mean, outwitting, outlasting, survival of the fittest, and that's just the Bachelorette.
Sounds like the Bachelorette,
yeah. I'd be curious to know how it's going that side.
Well, much less romance, I think, on this side than on yours, for many of the factors you mentioned earlier on, you know, the dirty, smelly circumstances. And, but yeah, things are going well. How are things going on your side? And what's it looking like? Is there real love on the horizon?
Like, you've got no idea.
Tough decision.
It is tough. I mean, people cry in Survivor. People are crying here, man. You mentioned romance just now. I want to find out, do you have any relationships? Relationship tips for us? I
have one very important relationship. Yes, thanks for asking. You know what relationship tips, hey? That's a very good question, but I wouldn't just say just one. I'd say at least 3, and I would put them in categories: physical, mental, spiritual. Well, let's start with the mental. Actually, you've got to communicate, right? I think that's a good one. You have to communicate your thoughts and your feelings, because if you know, the other person can't read your mind, even though you've been together for decades or even just weeks. It doesn't make a difference. And then, of course, I would say that spiritual, because you know, people who pray together stay together. So if you share faith, whatever that is, and then physical, you got to look after yourself, because you know, no letting yourself go even after decades. You got to really respect that we are, human beings that appreciate health and vitality. So if you exude those, you just automatically become attractive to your partner, you know what I'm saying?
So what happens if the other person is letting themselves go? How do you kind of tell them nicely to...
Well, you don't. You just enter them without their knowing into the game of Survivor. You know, they come with a cooler bag, we give them a 6-pack. That's the gift.
But now, why should people be watching Survivor this year?
So just the fact that there's another one is good enough reason. And I think you'll agree with us, we've on both sides gotten really good at casting, and the people that come into this game come and play it at the level that's come to be expected around the world, you know, both in your show and mine. So it really is awesome to see it always being taken up that extra notch, you know, and Survivor is certainly not lacking in that area this time. We've got some incredible cast members, and I tell you what, the best merge cast that we've ever had, I think, because we have some players this season. Now listen, we were talking about romance, okay? So I'm on the toughest show. You're in the most romantic show. So what in your opinion, the most romantic thing you could do with someone? I mean, you must have learned a few things because you've been on there for a few years as well.
Yeah, we're into our third season. Well, it's the first season of The Bachelorette. We've done 2 seasons of The Bachelor, yeah. So, I've been privy to quite a few dates. You know, what has worked in the past, it's where you do things, where you experience something new together for the first time. So whether it's tasting, doing wine tastings, or doing like perfume, making your own perfumes together, or even something as simple as cooking together and I can imagine like making pizza together is actually quite cool. So like something where the two of you are actively involved instead of sitting
even something
opposite each
simple.
other.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be this, exotic location necessarily, or this incredible thing jumping out of a whatever. Just making pizza together. I hear you. Yeah, that's good advice.
So something when there's activity between the two of you and there's something to do, because you know what, sitting opposite each other at a table drinking wine and stuff, it's sweet, but it's just conversation. Like I think you need to be active. You need to, be doing something together. I think that makes the most. And if it leads to something else later, c'est la vie.
Yeah.
Like, dear, I spilled flour all over myself. Gosh, I'll have to
get
have
it
a shower
off somehow. Oh look, there's a bottle of red wine. Maybe we should use that.
Gosh, how did that get there?
This conversation's becoming very sexy. Carry on.
So I think doing some activity together.
That's really some great advice. I'm not even kidding, because I think oftentimes guys wonder like, oh, what can I do? Because you want to impress her, you want to show her this, but sometimes you just actually really should just do something simple and share it with her, so that you're sharing the experience rather than, showing someone something that you already know about. I love that. That's great advice.
Exactly. Oh, speaking about like cooking together or doing like pizza together, what would your first meal be?
Wherever I go, one thing I really miss is good beef. We love like grain-fed, organic, free-range, good meat. Good fillet steak or a good rump. So the first thing we always do is we have a decent braai, because I think that's what one misses the most is your braai. Ons is maar Suid-Afrikaners, brother.
I know that you've been asked like a number of times. I have no doubt over the last 10 years. If you had to take a luxury item with you on the island, what would it be?
Jason, so listen, this is season 8 of the South African Survivor, and I've considered that very question so many times. And when you watch the international shows as well, you realize very quickly that the most difficult thing to get right in this game, and the thing I think you miss the most is apart from food, obviously, which you can't bring, is sleeping arrangements. Sleeping arrangements, no matter how great your shelter building skills are, there's no way to make bamboo lashed together with ferns or palm leaves comfortable. It's impossible. So if I could take one luxury item, and I've thought about this, it would be a waterproof sleeping bag. Waterproof because you always get wet. No matter where we've gone in the world, it always rains. And at night, even if it's tropical vibes, it's cold when you're wet. The typical things happening here on the Wild Coast right now as we're recording this. I don't know if you can see the rain.
Oh yeah.
But you'll see it on my clothing soon. There we go. So this is how we roll here. Okay?
Literally.
This is how we roll. We roll with thunder, Jason. That's how we do it here. And this is a typical tribal council in Survivor, but especially in season 8 on the Wild Coast, because we have these storms that just come in without warning and just come down on you. So listen, how do we say your bachelorette's name? I want to get it from you, because I know you've probably got it down pat.
It's very interesting. You've got to have that click. Qiniso.
Oh, how well do you think she'd do on Survivor?
She would be phenomenal.
Would she
on
kill
Survivor.
it?
She would. You know what? She would. She's independent. She is tough. The only problem is she's quite loud. So there's 2 things. 1, no animal will come near her. And 2, I don't know if she'd be able to catch her food, because she would be laughing the whole time. I think she would survive very well, actually. I can actually see it really starting to rain now.
No, it's this is real rain. Look at that.
Not just tears.
Can you spray a bit on my hair as well? Spray a bit. Oh.
Well, listen, dude. I mean, it's so great catching up with you as always. And I'm so excited for this season of Survivor, man. I really am. And what's so nice is that we're keeping it local, like we mentioned.
Yeah, indeed.
Well, look, good luck for the season ahead.
Yeah, thank you so much. Good luck with the end of yours, and I can't wait to catch up with yours. Bless you, man.
Thanks a lot, my brother. I'll
Send
chat to you soon.
love to everyone that's looking for love, and good luck.
Thanks, buddy. Keep it wild.
Yeah.
Take you later.
Alrighty, man. Cheers. Bye.
Ciao, ciao. Bye.